You can't do that. Phrase I heard every single day. When you're forced to live with Alice, the Wicked Witch of West Vancouver, all she ever does is tell you how you can't do that. Everything that you have an interest in, she will make sure that you know that she believes you're not capable of doing anything. And especially if she thinks it's a really stupid idea, or it's actually not that it's a stupid idea, it's that she's afraid you're going to get independence from her and escape her. And she wants you to stay hostage in her clutches, in her little cult of abuse. So she makes sure that you have no self-confidence to be able to venture out in the world and do anything for yourself. Like when I wanted to do mission work.
You can't do that. What are you, stupid? You crazy? You're gonna get yourself killed.
And here's the thing, when she screams at you in that high-pitched, crazy, stupid voice like that, while she's standing there shaking and having a mental breakdown. And then when she's mocking you, she does that same stupid, crazy voice and like tries to pretend that that's what you sound like, or whoever else she's mocking, because she'll constantly badmouth everybody else in the world and use these stupid voices to mock them and make fun of them. And so you're just taught to hate everybody because you're taught that everybody is stupid. Anybody who doesn't think like her or do exactly what she wants them to do, they're all stupid. I was taught that people who live in Coquitlam are stupid because when they can afford to live in West Van, why would they want to live in Coquitlam? Oh, just because they're stupid. Because according to Alice, if you don't live in West Van, there's something wrong with you. Just like how I was taught every single one of our family members I couldn't speak to because she would have some kind of argument with all of them, and then she'd say they're all jealous of her because she lives in West Van. She has this elitist, fucked up attitude and has a reason for why nobody else is good enough. You're not allowed to have any relationships with anybody. Just like I was told I couldn't even go to church because
they're not your friends. They're just acquaintances. They don't care about you. You can't go there. You can't do that. You can't do that.
That's all you hear your whole entire life is how you can't do anything. Which is why Tina couldn't even drive her own car for at least 2 years after she got her driver's license and they bought her a little sports car. Alice had to drive her sports car around everywhere for her and chauffeur Tina, even no matter what time of night it was. Because Tina was too afraid to drive. Because that's the fear Alice puts in you. You're afraid to do anything. Now here's what I don't understand. When I would get stranded somewhere late at night before I could drive and I needed a ride home in the middle of the night, I would get screamed at the whole entire way home of how stupid I was and how she had to do me the favor of coming to pick me up and coming to find where I was because she had to use a map because in those days we didn't have cell phones and GPS and all that. But still, it's like when you're supposed to come find your child who's calling you because they're stuck on the side of the road somewhere because their friend stranded them and they don't know where they are and it's dark and raining and like their safety is in question, you shouldn't be screaming at them. You should be encouraging them that they did the right thing. They called for help and they got out of there. Not screaming at them how you don't want to hear from them and how stupid they are for getting themselves in that position in the first place. Yeah, then she's willing to chauffeur Tina around everywhere. Because that's the thing. She doesn't want you to have independence. So she's willing to chauffeur Tina around so that Tina wouldn't have independence. But when I showed independence, it got stranded and then needed help, as any child should be able to call a parent for help, I'm screamed at for that. And I'm a horrible person and I should never be bothering her with shit like that.
You shouldn't have gone out there in the first place. I told you you can't do that.
Everything is you can't do that. When I wanted to go to BLTS after high school, which is a Bible college in Alberta.
You can't do that.
She doesn't even find out the information and try and help me and see if it's a viable thing. Nope, just
You can't do that.
when I wanted to go to junior college in California to be close to my friends and go and have new experiences.
You can't do that. Those people don't want you there. All you're doing is going and harassing those people.
She doesn't even know them. She's never even met them. They're my friends that I met through the YMCA that I would go down sometimes twice a year to visit. And they told me I was welcome in their house anytime. Not that I would be staying in their house while going to college, but it's like Alice doesn't even try and find out the information for you or find out how to take SATs and encourage you to go try anything in life. Nope. It's just always,
You can't do that.
just like Austin's being told how he's not allowed to call me. He's not allowed to see or speak to any of his friends or family or me.
You can't do that. They're not your friends. They're not your family.
She tells him she's his family, which isn't true. My son never met her. Well, he doesn't ever remember meeting her because I took him away from her when she was molesting him and calling him retarded and telling him that I don't love him and beating me while I'm holding him. You don't live in a safe house to get away from somebody who is not a monster. You don't live in a safe house to get away from somebody who is a loving person. That's not how it works. They don't let you in a safe house if you're coming from a good, safe, loving environment. You have to prove that you're being abused in order to get in. My child is being told that he can't see or speak to anybody because he's not allowed to have any connections to the truth and to a loving family and to his history and the people that he knows. And for somebody like Austin with special needs, which are the same special needs that I had growing up, he's sure not living in an encouraging, supportive environment where he's just being told all the time how
You can't do that. Shut up. Do what you're told. Your job is just to be a good kid and shut up. Nobody wants to listen to you anyway. Nobody cares what a kid has to say.
That's all you get told over and over and over and over again. All this brainwashing, the same as any abusive environment is, where you're told to shut up. Nobody's going to believe you. You're not allowed to speak. Just do as you're told and stay out of sight. As she would say, stay out of trouble. But, you know, being a normal kid isn't trouble. According to her, it is, though, because she just wants you to shut up and stay out of sight and not bother her so she can watch her TV and do nothing. She doesn't want to take you anywhere. She doesn't want to do anything with you.
Leave me alone. I'm tired. I had a hard day.
Yeah, hard day what? Stuffing your face with junk food and becoming obese and sitting in front of the TV? I've never seen her exercise once in my entire life. She never did anything with me. She wouldn't even get in the pool because
I'm not getting my hair wet for you, you stupid kid. You don't deserve me to spend time with you.
everything is always about her. She never once would take you to do anything that you were interested in. If you didn't want to go to a coffee shop or go shopping, she won't do it with you. Those are her only two interests. And the only thing she can ever tell you that encourage you to do or tell you that you could do is kill yourself. Like how I was always told how I should do the world a favor and hurry up and kill myself. So that's the one exception to her rule. Everything else in the world she'll tell you, you can't do that. You can't go there. Because she doesn't want you to learn how to get away from her. She wants you to be her prisoner of fear. Except for if you want to kill yourself. And then she'll blame that on you too and say you're crazy. Because she won't take accountability on the fact that she forced you to kill yourself. Nope, that would have nothing to do with her. Wouldn't be you trying to escape abuse. Nope. So this is the hell my child is living in.